A sappy little boy. Welcome back, guys. Welcome back, guys. Welcome back to a new video. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. I'm Nick Fast, and today we're gonna do the 2021 vinyl tag. And I love doing these, and so I was excited to do this. I was tagged by Capricorn's very own. I'll put his link in the description. Go check out his page, subscribe, give him some love. Let's just jump into it. I love doing these. And I'll tag King with a capital K because I'd love to see his answers for these. The first question on the list is, how many records do you own? I did some math, and I own 1,955 records, and that's with just regular 12 inches, 10 inches, and 7 inches. I thought it was a lot more than that, but I guess my CDs overpower my records. So that's something I gotta work on. Question number 2, what kind of player do you have? I have an Audio-Technica LP120, as you can kind of see behind me. I'll post a little picture. Question 3, how old were you when you started collecting records? I was 17. I bought one record and I was hooked. Question number 4, what's the oldest record you own? I really had to dig for this one. I didn't think I owned any records that were that old. I do have one from 1955. Pretty sure I got it at a rummage sale or something. Bing Crosby, Merry Christmas. Still has its shrink wrap on it. It's just on a black vinyl. It's pretty clean, actually. It just has all the Christmas hits on it, you know. Silent Night, White Christmas, Jingle Bells, you get it. Question 5, what's the first record you ever got? And mine is Tom Petty, Southern Accents. If you're a fan of the channel, you know that I love Tom Petty and can't get enough. I used to listen to Spike over and over on this album. It was one of my favorite songs, and it's, I guess, hated by a lot of Tom Petty fans. It's got the sleeve with all the guys on it. Pretty cool. Iconic logo. I think my mom actually bought it for me because she knew that I love Tom Petty so much, and I was like, wow, I've never seen a record. And she bought it for me. I'm pretty sure I was into comic books at the time, and the record store I went into sold comic books, and I just happened to see a record, and since then it has been a downhill snowball effect. Question number 6 is the first record you bought with your own money. So the other one was the first record I ever got. This is one I bought with my own money. I bought most of my records with my own money, so this one was kind of hard to pick out, but I just specifically remember buying this. I was at a thrift store that doesn't even exist anymore, and they had a whole basement that was just full of comics and records. It was really cool for like a beginner starting out collecting records. And it's Stevie Nicks, Belladonna. I'm pretty sure I bought this for 10 cents, and I bought it because it has Stop Dragging My Heart Around, which is a duet with Tom Petty. So, and then after I heard this, that's when I started getting into Stevie Nicks and Fleetwood Mac, and it's one thing after another, you know? Number 7, what's your favorite colored vinyl? Aesop Rock, The Impossible Kid, I love the colorway of these. It's like this neon green, neon pink color. Neon green. It's so cool. I don't know. Aesop. A sappy little boy. Number 8, what is a discount album you own? Honestly, more than half my collection is a discount album. I'm not sure if this means like an album that's worth a lot that you got on a discount, or just cheap albums, because I pick up cheap albums all the time. So I just went with one that I knew that I was really excited to find when I found it. And that one is Rolling Stones, Made in the Shade. I found this at a thrift store that normally doesn't have records, and I was just really excited. The cover is not in great condition. It's kind of got some watermarks on it and pretty hard wear on it. But the album inside was almost in perfect condition. So this was one that I just got really excited about, and so I thought it'd be a great discount album to show. Number 9, what is my prized possession? This one is really hard to do because it's like, what if there's a fire, what would I save? I don't know. There's so much. I would maybe grab my whole collection. Back to this question. Okay. What is my prized possession? So I finally came up with something, and I think it's this Tom Petty's Wildflowers and all the rest box set. It's just a hefty boy. Like, so cool. I have an unboxing video of this. It came with like a bag and 9 LPs, I think it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 records in this thing. It's just a big boy. And I would say this is my prized possession at the moment. Number 10, a record with a female artist. I picked Paramore, All We Know Is Falling. This is, I believe, one of the original pressings. And so it's got original sleeve in there. It doesn't have those extra songs that they put on the repress later. But it's on kind of like a teal, I don't know what you want to call it, splatter kind of vinyl. It's very cool. This is my favorite Paramore album. And if you've never heard Paramore, you must be living under a rock. Number 11, your favorite band or artist. I picked Machine Gun Kelly, and I picked an album that doesn't get a lot of attention. And so Bloom was a great album. It really kind of segued into what he was going to become in the pop punk era. There's a lot more singing on this album. It's just on black vinyl. It's a great album if you want to give it a chance and you're not stuck on the whole Eminem, MGK beef thing. Number 12, An Impulse Buy. I didn't know I needed this until I saw it. Urban Outfitters, Great Gatsby soundtrack, which is, I'm pretty sure, executive produced by Jay-Z. Great soundtrack. And some of these original soundtracks, I know that Jack White made one that has like a wooden case, and that one's going for absurd amount of money. $100 bill. No Church in the Wild is on this. Beyonce and Andre 3000. Number 13, a gift. Most people that know me personally know that I have records, know that I have a whole record room. So when I got married this fall, I got this gift because they wanted to get me something they knew I wouldn't have. And so they got me Taylor Swift, 1989, which I've yet to listen to this, but I thought it was such a thoughtful and funny gift, just to know me well enough to get me a record and know me well enough to get me something they knew I wouldn't have, which I don't have. Well, I mean, now I have a Taylor Swift album. So number 14, my most played record. This one is pretty hard to pick. It's Taking Back Sunday, Happiness Is. I love this album cover because they made it look like distressed, like it had ring wear already. Flicker Fade, Better Home and Gardens, just to name 2 great songs on this album. Number 15, a Rarity. I don't really see anyone with this album, and I don't know many people that really like this album, but I personally loved this album when it came out. I listened to it constantly, and then one of his songs was in The Hangover,
and everyone was like, oh my god, I love it.
Mickey Avalon, self-titled album. This copy's signed. I did have him confirm on Instagram. I posted this, and he confirmed that is his signature from the man himself. So I thought that was pretty cool. Waiting to Die, So Rich, So Pretty.
My dick cost a lake.
Great album, and I was really excited to get this when I found it. Number 16, a Rainy Day record. So I assume this just means something that's kind of melancholy, kind of sad, you know. So I picked Bon Iver, Forever Ago. This is a great album. Stax, Skinny Love. I love this album. On a rainy day or even like a snowy, wintry day, it's a perfect album. I highly recommend it. Number 17, a feel-good album. I had to pick Outkast, Speakerboxxx, The Love Below. This album is just so, it just reminds me of summertime. It's such a good album. I did listen to The Love Below a lot more than Speakerboxxx. Happy Valentine's Day, I listen to that every year. It's probably their most successful album, with Hey Ya and what's that other one they had? Roses. Roses was on the radio 24/7 when this album was out. Number 18, a nostalgic album. My wife actually picked this up for me because she knew I wanted it for so long, and it's Fall Out Boy, Take This to Your Grave. Love this album. This reminds me of just driving around with my sister and just screaming the lyrics as loud as we can. This one is a blue pressing, which, I mean, there's a ton of pressings. I don't know which one that is, but if you want, you can look it up. I don't know. Oh, for like the 20th anniversary, they put out the original cover in like a box set version, because I just think that would be so cool, and I'd love to get that original cover copy. 19, a record store day purchase. This was kind of hard. I wanted to kind of pick something that was cool. So, I got this Old Dirty Bastard single, and it's got Brooklyn Zoo and Shimmy Shimmy Ya, and it's just like a big license, or a big driver's license. This is one of the coolest ones I think I've gotten during record store day. And number 20, the last one on this vinyl tag, is my recent purchase. I'm purchasing things all the time, it seems like, but this one was one of the coolest purchases I think I've made. When I saw it, I couldn't pass it up. It was a pretty penny, but I'm just in love with it, you know? Mac Miller, Live from Space, with the internet. Obviously, it's a bootleg. They never pressed this officially, but it sounds great. It doesn't have any skips or jumps in it. This was the Space Migration Tour. I personally never got to see Mac Miller live. There was a couple times I almost bought the tickets, but I was like, I'll see him next time around. I don't need to see him right now, and excuse after excuse. And then, you know, now it's too late, and now I won't ever see him. So this is as close as I'll ever come to actually hearing him live, I think. Like, through my speakers, in my record room. I love this album, and it's one of my favorite albums as of right now. So that's my vinyl tag. Again, I tag King with a capital K. If you want to make one of these, I'll put all the questions in the description. And thanks again to Capricorn's very own for tagging me. I love doing these. And I'll link him in the description, like I said before. If you guys want to subscribe to the channel, that would be great. Really helps me out. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Leave me a comment. And as always, I'll see you guys next time. I thought it was a lot more than that.